All right, welcome back to the Movie Spreadsheet, where I'm going to help you build your weekend watch list, obviously spoiler free. Let's talk about the 5 movies that I watched this week, and let's try to figure out which movies are right for you, and maybe give you some recommendations for other movies you should watch instead. Let's go. All right, let's talk about Superman because it's the major release of the week. An overall score 6.3, which is way lower than I expected. And I'll tell you why. Obviously, spoiler free. One, I felt like the tone was really weird. I understand that DC's trying to get lighter with Superman and not have it be as dark as it had been in previous iterations. I just felt like when you have this tone reset, then we need to have an origin story. And I know that might feel kind of cheap. This movie is not an origin story. It kind of bypasses an origin story, and it starts with the whole idea of like Superman's in the middle of something going on. That's the opening 20 seconds of the movie. I would have liked, because we have this tone reset, to have an origin story for this movie. Now, I definitely think this will work for most people. I think my score is easily on the lower end for this movie. My daughter loved it. She thought the dog was like hilarious and awesome. And I think that this one's going to work on a bunch of different levels for you. Now, if you like this one, or you're like, maybe I want something else, I'm going to assume that you've seen all the Guardians of the Galaxy. They're all James Gunn. If you haven't, definitely check those out. But I also really love The Suicide Squad. The Suicide Squad is actually my favorite James Gunn movie. So give that one a go as well. It's streaming on HBO Max right now. All right, movie 391 is Friendship. It's on HBO Max. It's starring Tim Robinson, Kate Mara, Paul Rudd, and it really focuses on 2 dudes, or Craig and Austin, becoming friends. This movie makes me feel uncomfortable. It makes me feel awkward. What it doesn't do, or only did really one time, was made me laugh, even though this is a comedy. So who is this movie for? I think if you like the British version of The Office, if you like that awkward sense of humor or awkwardness, I think this movie is going to be perfect for you. But I would say my big critique of this movie, and it's part of the reason why I only give it a 4.7 out of 10, and it ranks number 267 out of 394 in the spreadsheet, is really, it should have focused either on the marriage, on the marriage relationship, the spousal relationship, or on the friendship. And with the movie being called Friendship, obviously you should focus on the friendship. Now, a movie about friendship you should watch instead. Older one, harder to find. I love this one. It's called Reign Over Me. It's with Adam Sandler and Don Cheadle. It's all about friendship and mourning, so a little bit deeper, maybe a little bit darker, but it's an awesome movie. Check that one out instead. But I would say for this one, I would pass on this one, especially if you're looking for something funny. But if you're looking for something awkward, this will be right up your alley. All right, movie number 392 is The Woman in Cabin 10, currently streaming on Netflix. Overall score for me was a 5.85, and wow, did I want this movie to be a lot better than it was. I really don't know what it was going for. I understand that it's this thriller mystery, which I feel like if you're looking for something that's a thriller and a mystery, I think that there's components to this movie that you're really going to like. I think as a whole, it really misses the mark, which is why it has a pretty low IMDb rating and a really low Rotten Tomatoes rating. I think it just misses being something special. Movies to watch instead, I would say check out Triangle of Sadness if you want something that takes place on a boat, or maybe watch Gone Girl if you want something like darker that I think this movie might be trying to go to, but doesn't quite get there. All right, movie number 393 is Bring Her Back, which is also on HBO. And look, let me just start off by saying this. This movie is not scary. So if you're a person that wants to be scared by watching a movie, this is not the movie for you. And I really feel like the horror genre kind of needs a distinction between movies that are scary and movies that make you uncomfortable. And this movie will make you uncomfortable. So if you like movies that are body horror, like maybe if you like The Substance, which I could throw out there as a recommendation for this movie, if you like movies that make you feel uncomfortable, that make you cringe, Bring Her Back is the movie for you. If you're looking for movies that are going to scare you, this movie is not it. My overall score for me, this actually ranks as the second worst movie that I've ever added to the spreadsheet, 0.175, because it wasn't scary and it was extremely grotesque. So I would say be very careful this one. Something to watch instead. Well, I already referenced The Substance. Why don't you go ahead and also check out The Babadook, because it's an Australian film just like Bring Her Back is. All right, and then finally, movie number 394 and the fifth movie that I watched this week is Tron Ares. And look, I know this is big for some people. I know some people love to go to theaters. I know some people hate to go to theaters. I am a person that generally finds it really inconvenient to go to theaters. So this is like I'm putting all my effort into helping you determine if you should go to the theaters and see Tron Ares. Now, look, for me, 3D does not work. So if you're going to go see it in 3D, like whatever. Tron Ares overall score on my spreadsheet is a 9.05. So like I love this movie. This is a fantastic movie to go to the theaters and see. This is coming from somebody who like doesn't like to go to the theaters. I would highly recommend this. I loved it in Dolby Digital. The sound was awesome. Like the graphics were so cool, and seeing it on the big screen, it added another element to it that I just don't think watching it on your iPad or phone or even on your TV at home would do, unless you have like an awesome setup. So what do you need to know about Tron Ares going in the theater? Nothing. This movie completely stands on its own. They have an awesome intro. There's tons of action. You're going to be entertained for the entire 2 hours that you're in there. So I would definitely get to the theater to see Tron Ares. I'm not going to recommend something else instead of Tron Ares because I loved it that much. Go see it. You won't regret it. It's awesome, even if it's just for the visual effects. And that's everything I watched this week. All right, so that just about wraps up the movie spreadsheet for this week. Here is the list of all the movies that I've watched in order with their ratings next to it, so you can see how I rated all these. There's something in there for everybody, or I guess I should say nobody, but my recommendations were solid too. So I'll also go ahead and put up the recommendations for movies based off each of this movie. So there should be a bunch of graphics on the screen right now. Finally, I just want to bring your attention to my Sunday live reviews. Sunday night, I go live where I really dive deep into the spreadsheet and I look at how each of these streaming services are doing as they compete against each other for the Streaming Service Cup, which I just named and made up right here. Thanks again for watching the movie spreadsheet. Don't forget to check out the shorts and then the weekly Sunday live stream where your comments will be answered. I want you to be a part of this, so please comment below. And thanks for checking out the movie spreadsheet.